was 29 when I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. And 5 years later, at 34, I've spent every day of my 30s in treatment, whereas I see my peers on social media getting married and buying houses and continuing on their careers and having babies. I'm getting spinal taps and chemos and shaving my head and shopping for wigs. And it's very in my face, the differences of what it's like to be young with metastatic disease and not having an end to this.
When I was first diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, it was kind of shocking because I was already dealing with an original breast cancer diagnosis. So I had to kind of sit back and take it all in.
I always deal with life with a game plan, and there's no game plan for this. I didn't know where to start, and I definitely didn't know where this was going to take me, what it was going to look like going forward.
When I first got diagnosed at stage 4 and I had the conversations with my doctor about treatment plan, and we were talking about 5-year survival data, he said, the person in the room next door to you is 93 years old. That person's not going to live whether I treat them or not. They're not going to live 5 years because they're 93. He's like, but you're young, and there's a lot more that we can do for you than I can do for someone who's 93. And I thought, well, at least I have that on my side.
Yeah, I think as you get past the initial diagnosis, you realize that life is going to go on. I've changed treatments, I've had hair, I've lost hair, I've had weekly chemo, oral chemo. I mean, it's a constant changing, shifting thing for me.
For me, when I was first going through treatment, I tried to be superwoman, and I was working as much as I could and juggling parenting and work and cancer. And then I realized that was crazy and that I was miserable and stressed out and exhausted, and I just didn't want to do that anymore. So prioritizing what was important and what I could keep and what I could let go of became a good coping strategy for me to my plate is smaller, but it's, the things that are on it are the important things now.
Since I was diagnosed with the metastatic breast cancer, it's kind of a lot of things you do different. When you're making your plans, it's like, will I be here to even go on the next trip or the family picnic or the Christmas party? So you kind of plan things. It's like everything I want to do is like right now. I'm living for today. I just want to do things and be happy with it.
Since being diagnosed with metastatic disease, there's been a lot of losses. I've lost my fertility, my hobbies of being a marathon runner. I'm not able to work in my career anymore. There's just been a lot of losses. My hair, the way I look, the way I feel, my energy. In dealing with that, it's been really helpful for me to connect with other women like you guys that get it.
I deal with my sadness with therapy. Because I really believe that it's a real mental health crisis when you are facing a terminal diagnosis. So I go to a shrink every week because it helps, and I can just let out all the tears and all the sadness, and then I can go home to the kids and my husband and be happy with them, with the time that I have left.
I spend a lot of time with my therapist. I really appreciate my time with her. I don't know if I could get through this if I didn't have that time, because like Beth, when I get home, I need to be mommy. I'm a single mother, so they have just me. I exercise every day. It clears my head, it keeps the mental fog away, and it gives me a chance to regroup, especially on difficult days.
I think that finding the support was a big challenge for me at first, was to not just rely on myself, but to have to ask for help from others was kind of a lesson for me, to ask it from my friends, from my boyfriend, my parents, my family, my community was, I think it was a real challenge. It was hard at our age, to not be independent and be this young adult and starting out on my life. Like, to have to rely on others when I was just breaking into my own was very difficult.
I think I learned quickly that different people in my circle serve different roles, and that I could go to them for different types of support. It really depends on what I need that day I definitely have those friends that help the family. They provide meals when I'm down and come help clean the house or come grab the baby for the day so I can get a break. And then I have those friends that I can call, and all I want is a conversation that has nothing to do with cancer. And they help me with that. And my spiritual support, just relying on prayer and meditation daily to help center me when my world just gets really crazy. Sometimes I just don't need the voice of others. I just need to be still to kind of help me focus.
I think that I was living a life that was already checking off bucket list items before cancer. I was always kind of that seize the day type of girl. But I think with cancer, it just, especially metastatic, it just makes it urgent. It just makes it that those things have to happen now.
I really feel like my thinking about life and the world didn't really change with metastatic breast cancer. I know that sounds crazy given how much it has changed my life, but I don't think differently. I'm still the same person. And so I think I still just approach the world the way that I always have, which is, I hang out and play, a dumb game on my iPad in the afternoon if I feel like it. And, just like I would, I don't feel this urgency to accomplish things. I just keep living my life the way I have been, which I know a lot of people expect cancer to be something that is so life-altering and so changing, and you come to some, grand realization of the universe, and I just didn't have that experience at all.
I can own it in a lot of ways, and cancer doesn't give you a lot of power. But being younger and dealing with this, it gives me the opportunity to kind of grab some power and dictate it the best way I can on my own terms.